of units equals the budget. Okay, so the standard, because we described a standard as a per unit budget, so the standard times, and this is technically budgeted number of units equals the budget, right? You got that written down. Okay, so that's the mathematical relationship between standard and budget. So the standard times the number of units, or specifically the budgeted number of units, equals the budget. Yee-haw, as they might say on hee-haw. Has anybody ever seen that show, Hee-Haw? It's a pretty old show. Would they say yee-haw on hee-haw? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. I haven't seen hee-haw in a long time.
Not really jumped up out of the grass.
Corn, like at the beginning, I think it was cornfield. Yeah, it is. Kind of cheesy, but it was TV back in the 50s and 60s. We are going to learn how to calculate two variances. That's what the information is at the bottom of the page. Two of them. We're going to learn how to calculate variances for direct materials and for direct labor. Ever hear of those? Direct materials, direct labor? Anthony, no. Joe, have you? Where have you heard about them? Yeah. Where do they go? Yeah. Where have we seen those labels before? All the time. I was thinking specifically the T accounts, which would left side. But actually that answer is very correct though. All the time, Dr. Professor, like, you know, it's certainly not limited to the T accounts, but that was what I was semi-fishing for, but in a very unsuccessful and vague manner. Do we all have this written down? Okay. I can erase it? Matt, can I erase this? Okay. So if I draw, would it be better? Do you like it if I write on this side of the board or on this side of the board better? You people over here in the kind of the front, you don't care? Do you care, Miss Videographer? No, she doesn't care either. I tend to favor that side of the room, though, with my writing, I think. So if I draw this on the board, what does that look like? Kind of, sort of. But I mean, if you were just to kind of describe this, does it look like a bench, staples? What do you, Mr. Michael? Yeah, staples. Oh, like a railing, kind of, yeah. Yeah. A railing, staples. I seem to be favoring his and her staples. Those are just, you know, kind of connected at the hip, as it were, side by side. But that railing, we'll have to work on the railing. You have to think about kind of, I don't know, because this. Railing might be a good, I hadn't thought of railing. Okay, so what did we say? There are two general reasons why a actual might differ from a variance. Can you give me one of them, Armando? It's on the first page of your notes. Price, there you go. Of course you can. I was asking you a really easy question. And what's the other reason, Tyler? Quantity. The name of this variance can also be usage. Quantity, it's called the quantity variance, and it's sometimes also called the usage variance. And notice we are doing the variances. Right now we are doing the variance calculation for direct materials. Okay? Under here, we're going to go actual quantity times actual cost, actual quantity times actual cost, actual quantity times standard cost, excuse me, standard quantity times standard cost. Actual quantity times actual cost, actual quantity times standard cost, standard quantity times standard cost. Evan, you have them written down?
Yes, sir.
So what are the letters underneath the staples? Read them left, right.
Let's see. Under price, on the left side, we have
AQ,
yeah,
and what's that stand for?
aggregate
No,
volume.
no, no, no. Whitney, do you know it? What are the letters?
Actual quantity and actual cost, actual quantity and standard cost, and then standard quantity and then standard cost.
Very good. Actual quantity, actual cost, actual quantity, standard cost, standard quantity, standard cost. Evan, what are they?
Actual quantity times actual cost, actual quantity times standard cost, standard quantity times standard cost.
Perfect. Jeff, what are they?
Actual quantity times actual cost, actual quantity times standard cost, standard quantity times standard cost.
Perfect. Kylie?
Actual quantity times actual cost, actual quantity times standard cost, standard quantity times standard cost.
Kristen?
Actual quantity times actual cost, actual quantity times standard cost, standard quantity times standard cost.
Very good. Brett, can you do it without looking?
Actual quantity times actual cost, actual quantity times standard cost, standard quantity times standard cost.
Very good. Very good. You know, I've actually gone and asked 30 people this, literally everybody in the class, and then I go to the first person again and ask them if they can do it without looking. And they're like, what? You know, they've only heard it 30 times. So let's see if we can get 3 or 4 people who can do it without looking in a row, maybe Nicole.
Actual quantity times actual costs, actual quantity times standard cost times standard quantity.
Except for you flip-flopped in the last 2.
Yeah.
Standard quantity times standard cost. Rebecca, can you do it without looking?
Actual quantity times actual cost times standard quantity times standard cost.
Except for you flip-flopped the middle one. Yes. So, I mean, she got them all, but I would encourage you to do them in order. Alex? Oh, without looking, yeah.
Times actual cost, actual quantity times standard cost, standard quantity times standard cost.
Very good. So why am I making such a big deal out of this, Tyson?
I have no idea.
Because it's kind of important. This is going to be some of the hardest stuff on your final.
It's gonna be on the test. This is gonna be like the last one, where it's gonna be all tricky words and stuff like that. Or is it gonna be an actual quantity times cost? No least squares or anything like that.
So can you say it without
Actual cost.
Without looking?
Actual cost. Actual quantity times standard cost. Standard quantity times standard.
Very good. It is going to be help. I mean, of course, you all don't have to memorize this, do you? Now, these 4 will next semester, so you can feel for them. Next semester, they have to memorize it. But of course, they've had the benefit of being in here this time, so it'll come easier the second time around. But I would suggest you have a copy of one of these problems on your